I know you heard me on the radio. Flexing, she loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K. I know you heard me on the radio. Flexing, she loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing, man? You gotta say.
Morning, Your Majesty. It is another beautiful day in Zamunda.
So, my man Lucci.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what the sound is?
I don't know.
Huh?
I hope that's the sound of Will Levi's teeth after Monday night. You know, in the jar.
It will be. But no, this is a little change rattling, symbolizing somebody got paid today. My man Austin Jackson got paid.
I know, man. Good for him. There was a lot of question marks surrounding him. A lot of people doubted him.
Yeah.
It's nice to see, man. I really like to see players get rewarded, man. Especially guys that we draft, we bring in. You know, the way we develop players. I'm liking that. That's one thing I'll say about McDaniels, even though, I've been hard on him with his coaching. Dolphinaire, how you doing, man? This guy's always shows
man with
up.
The best, hey, man with the best name in the business.
I wish we could send him cash, what's it called, for his appreciation for him showing up all the time.
This is what you want to be. You want to be a Dolphinaire, not a Pioneer, not a fucking Dolphinaire right there, man. But yeah. No, I mean, Austin Jackson, you got to remember this. When Austin Jackson came into the league, he couldn't even fucking legally drink like we're doing right now.
Yeah, right. Peace. Dolphinaire, I don't know if you got one at home. There's me and my guy Dylan, my son Giovanni. That was the Buffalo playoff game last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. Close win,
man,
almost.
And we the 6th, I'm telling you, I got it booked. We got some Buffalo Trace, baby.
I'll be there. Trust me. I told you. East 12, Orange Parking Pass, we're there.
Oh, yeah.
The TV, the grill, the everything, man. We're setting up shop. And all the liquor or beer you could drink, it'll all be there, man. All you got to do is show up.
Yeah.
But good for Austin Jackson, man. I'm happy for him. And it's nice. I want to see us reward players. Let me tell you something. People don't realize things like that is what makes other guys want to come here at free agency. Yeah. When they see these guys take care of their own. That's what makes people want to come, Look at this guy to a side outline boy. He's all gas, no brakes. This guy right here, man.
Man. Yeah,
Suicide, what are you guys gonna do with Kansas City this week, bud? Let me know. Good to see you, man. I hope you're having a good week so far, man. Even though you're annoying, I still appreciate your support.
Yeah, I love to. I mean, he's a good friend of mine, Michael K.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. I'm just breaking his balls, man. Hope he's having a great week. You guys think you're taking Kansas City? I picked you in the football pool, even though you ruined my life when I picked you last time you played Philly. But I'm hard.
I mean, they beaten. Hey, look, they proved they beat Kansas. They can beat Kansas City. You know what I mean? They beaten Kansas City before in the regular season.
Yeah, they have. No, I know they can, and everybody thinks Kansas City's just going to come back off of this loss and just feel sorry for. You think Buffalo's just going to be their whipping boy? Buffalo's in the spot right now. They need to win. They're in a must win.
Oh yeah, they're in the playoffs right now.
Huh?
They're in the playoffs right now.
Right, but they need to keep winning. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, they can't lose. And I think that they're gonna handle Kansas City. Yeah, that's what they did. You're right, bud. And Kansas City was built to beat New England. That's what teams do, man. A lot of people don't get that, but that's exactly. Hey, do me a favor, get the dog away from the cat. But yeah, by 10, that's a nice pick.
Yeah, and look, at the end of the day, I put it like this. I said, if my mom got that's not what's gonna happen, but she got kidnapped and said, the only way we'll bring her safe to you is if you got to root for the Buffalo Bills. I'm like, I'm gonna miss you, Ma. Shit ain't happening.
Well, let's see what Raph says. YouTube thumb number 1, hit that like button. If Bills lose to KC, that will be Dolphins' first loss to a team below 500. You know, now Raph, I'm with you. Listen, I normally Suicide Hotline brings it out of me when I start talking about how trash Buffalo is.
I do it all the time.
I say this. This is how, like, some people say Denver's over 500, so we've beaten the over 5. When we beat Denver, they were reeling. They were trash. They ain't won a game yet. They were trash. Mm-hmm. When we lost to Buffalo, Buffalo was still Buffalo, our big brother. Let's call it what it is, man. They just beat us like a redhead. Well, I mean, I don't even know what I can say these days, but you know what I'm saying.
Like a stepchild, just a stepchild would be fine.
Or like we stole something ever since the past how many years. It is what it is. And when we played Buffalo at that time, we were high. We just dropped 70 on Denver the week before, and Buffalo came in there and beat us by 20-something. So we didn't lose to we lost to a Buffalo team at the time that was, flexing and doing what they were supposed to be doing.
Listen. At the end of the day, Michael K don't got to bring it out of me because I've always loved Buffalo.
Now I hate Buffalo too, but really, ultimately, I hate the Jets. The Jets is my arch enemy, man. I remember, bro, they beat us like 7 times in a row. For a few years, the Jets swept us when Chad Pennington was their quarterback, and before that, like, I didn't really have a team that I disliked. I hated all the teams equally in the AFC East. But, I mean, we used to beat Indianapolis, even when they had Peyton Manning over there. Before that, we beat them when they had, what's his name, Harbaugh. We always, were pretty beating everybody. The Buffalo Bills gave us the most fights in the early 90s. But then they went on that slump, and the Bills weren't really a threat. And New England, even in their great run, we beat the Patriots. The Jets beat us like 3 years in a row, swept us. And since that happened, I hated the Jets. I never recovered from that. And then, just the last year when they beat us, they put 40-something on us, and their cornball coach was smiling on the sidelines, and the Jets players were doing the waddle, like celebrating. This Skylar Thompson, this is his first time ever taking a snap in the NFL. The kid's a rookie, and you're celebrating beating up on a rookie and clowning our players. That shit is why I hate the Jets. And like I told Giovanni, we used to go to the Jets game, the home game, every year. And like the first one when my son was old enough to like recognize what's happening, there was Jets players like at the outside the stadium burning Dolphins jerseys, and they had like a huge huddle, Jets, Jets, burning Dolphins jerseys. And my son's looking at me like, man, you ain't gonna do nothing. He didn't understand. Like, I'll go to jail. I go over there, and But the Jets are scumbags. Their fans are scumbags. I hate the Jets. The Bills.
By the way, so right now, Buffalo is plus 110. Kansas City's minus 130. So it looks like Buffalo's favored to win this game.
Cap, how you doing, Cap? Hope you're having
a good under week, is brother. 49 points, I guess.
I'm trying to go over here and hit the thumbs up. Hold on 1 second, Shakes. There we go. If you're in the building, hit the thumbs up, guys. Boom. So, yeah. Jenna, when you get a chance, will you put a shot on there for me? Thank you.
So
I have one. So what do we got? What do we got on the lineup? Shake, let's do it.
So yeah, let's talk. Since one of the games of interest. Here we go, as we like to do.
Let's recap. What do we got?
Let's do the games of interest real quick, and then we'll games of interest. So
it's got the good setup.
We got the Buffalo Bills visiting the Kansas City Chiefs, and according to ESPN has them favored by has them winning has them having winning 54.5% of winning this game. I'll give them a 54%. So Right now, the Buffalo Bills are favorite in this game.
It's in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It
was, but
and it's funny. Ever since they got rid of Dorsey, the Bills have been putting up 30 or more points.
Yeah.
They put 32 on the Jets, and they put 37 on the Eagles. 34 on the Eagles. So,
they're scoring. Mr. McDermott, Mr. supposed to be, defensive. What's he doing? He did a lot of the same things. I'll be honest with you. I watched that game. He did a lot of the same stuff with them that I felt like Vic was doing with us. Too much cushion. You give them guys too much cushion. You gotta play press with them, and when it gets close to the, you can't play far back. You got to play.
And of course, that incident with Von Miller is kind of looming on them as well.
Yeah, but even still, Von Miller's been
I'm not talking about innocent or guilty. I'm not talking about the incident. Just know that, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying that I'm talking football. With Von Miller, he's been a non-factor the whole season. So it's not like him not being there has any effect on anything. They've been playing without him pretty much the whole season, right? Or am I wrong about that? I don't know if he was there. I don't remember if he got hurt, if he came, if he was hurt before, but I don't remember his name being called a lot. So, if he was there, he wasn't a factor anyways. Maybe Mike can tell us. I don't know, but that could be looming. But bro, they're imploding. Maybe now they're on the comeback trail. We'll see. They better tighten up. They're fighting for their life right now. I saw one delusional fan on Facebook says that the Bills will end up with the 4 seed and the Dolphins will end up with the 6 seed.
Adam Sadowski, what's going on?
Adam, how you doing, brother? This guy was so irrational. He made Jerry Jones seem rational with the stuff he was saying. Yeah, what do you mean? The Bills will be with the number 4 seed and we'll be with the number 6 seed. That would be an incredible feat.
What's his name? Josh Allen is. What's his name? Josh Allen is the next Elway, by chance.
Yeah, this guy last week or Tuesday. This guy, Josh Allen's a choke artist. Let's be honest, man. The guy's got talent. He could do a lot of, but he's a choke artist. It is what it is. I'd take him instead of Tua. It's the same quarterback, basically. One has more experience. That's the only difference, and one could run a little bit more. Other than that, they're the same guy. As of now, Tua could change that.
Yeah,
Allen's proven to be a choke artist, man. He's been in the league, a couple of years longer. We'll see.
It is possible.
It would be, Mike. It would be. However, it would have to be you guys winning out, which is what makes it seem to me not likely. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Kansas City. You lose to Kansas City, you can forget about it. You're the wild card. If at best, might not be that. Might not be that. But then again, this is the Dolphins. Everybody says we can't beat a winning team. We still got 3 winning teams. Well, I can't count Buffalo as a winning team. Mm-hmm. We got Buffalo the last game. I hope it is, Mike. What I want to happen personally is I want it to be when we play you guys the last game of the season, it's for something big. That's what I want. Yes. I don't want an easy game. I don't want you guys already locked into the wild card. We're locked in where we're at, and you guys ain't playing and we ain't playing. I want it to be a dog fight. I want it to really be a slugfest, So hopefully that's what it comes down to.
And at the end of the day,
what's up, Shake?
No, at the end of the day, Kansas City needs this game too because they want the number 1 seed.
Yeah. Everybody is fighting for their life right now. Listen, Buffalo's out of it as far as, they could try to fight.
They're in the hunt right now. They're in the hunt.
Seeding. I'm not saying out of it, but I'm talking about out of it as far as the number 1 seeding. But Baltimore, Kansas City, and Miami, and I guess even though Jacksonville just lost, still, those teams are fighting for the number 1 seed, ultimately. The Bills aren't in that discussion anymore, or anybody else in the AFC, barring a monumental meltdown, which isn't at all, impossible from one of these other teams. We'll see what happens.
All right. So the other game of interest that we're going to talk about now is we brought up Jacksonville, which they're playing the Browns, and the Browns they're see this is going to be a dogfight too because the Browns are still fighting for their playoff position.
Yeah,
they're at 7-5. Jaguars are 8-4 with no quarterback, and that Browns defense is playing. With the backup quarterback playing, it's going to be an uphill battle for Jacksonville, and it's in Cleveland too.
Yeah.
So,
and Cleveland ain't playing terrible.
No.
Let me tell you something. Okay, I was just about to say that, Raph. Their defense is on the level for sure. And who did they just play last week? Where I was like, was it Denver? And I'm like, man, whoever they were playing, anyways. I said, man, that should be an okay game, but I think the Browns are going to lose. And man, I thought it would be easy work for the other team, and it wasn't. So the Browns, whoever they're, I can't even tell you who their quarterback is. They've been through so many this season. Peoples Hernandez or whatever the hell is. That's the guy from Shaft, not Peoples Hernandez, but they got 2-3 different guys. I don't know, but he's doing good enough. And whoever their running back is that's running, he's running that rock. So Cleveland, that's ultimately all you need to really compete is a quarterback that's good enough not to blow the game, a good run game, and a good defense. And you can fight anybody. And that's what the Browns got going for them. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I mean, so that's going to be another dogfight. I'm going to be.
That's what it was.
And
Flacco was looking sharp too, Raph. He wasn't looking like Joe Flacco that played for the Jets last season. Joe Flacco was out there throwing that, man. Joe Flacco was slanging and banging. He looked good for Joe Flacco and being, 56 years old. Man, Joe looked good enough. Yeah, man, good enough with that run game and with that defense. That's all you need is a quarterback that ain't going to blow it for you and that can make a couple of good throws. And Joe Flacco was doing that last week. So, good call, Shake. Cleveland is still fighting for their life.
And finally, the last game of interest. We can't go without saying the Baltimore Ravens. They had a bye week, and they are playing the Rams. They're hosting the Rams.
Yeah.
Who are also they're playing for their. They got Matthew Stafford back.
Yeah.
And they're playing for their life as well.
Yeah, they are. And they got that one kid, I can't pronounce his name, or maybe I just can't remember.
Yeah, the Samoan wide receiver.
Young kid is good, man. He's doing his thing. And then that running back, too, that come back from an injury. He's running that rock really, really good.
Cam Akers, right?
Yeah, no, not Cam Akers. No, it's another guy. I want to say Williams, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
Whoever he is, man, he ran for like 200 yards. The week before, he ran for like 200 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns. And that was, I want to say, like his first or second week back.
Yeah, K. Williams.
Williams, that's who it is. Kyle Williams. There you go, Cap. And, Nakua. See, them two guys, Matt Stafford. But you know what? Their defense isn't the defense, I mean, that we've come to know in the past few years. I know they got Jim Schwartz over there. I know they got Aaron Donald. I think Baltimore will handle that easily. I don't think Baltimore lose. And Baltimore's coming off the bye. They're rested. And they're going into Baltimore, ain't they? They're not going to L.A. Excuse me. If I'm correct, I think the game's in Baltimore. So L.A.'s traveling over there. I don't see that. I picked Baltimore to win that game pretty easily. And what happens? Baltimore wins that game. They're in the number 1 position, right? And then if Baltimore wins that game, that puts them back in the number 1.
No, if they win that game, we still got to win our game.
Right. But just for the time being, because we play Monday night. So if Baltimore wins,
so they're back in the number 1
they're in the number 1. Win. Okay. And then we play our game and
But yeah, man. So those are the 3 games of interest right now. If Buffalo loses, that kind of see that was Rams ain't no joke.
Q, how you doing, Q? No, I'm with you, brother. I agree they ain't no joke, but I just saying that I don't think their defense.
Right now, ESPN is giving them the Ravens a 74% chance to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I see it as easy win for them too. Their defense isn't the defense that we've known it to be the past few years. Their offense, they got that. Like we say, they got a Nakua. They got the great receiver, the young man, and they got Williams is running the rock really good, and Stafford can make the throws and not blow the game. They got a good offense, but their defense isn't, maybe. And they're traveling all the way across the country. That's always something you got to consider. I don't see LA winning that game or even putting up that great of a fight, to be honest. Personally, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So, and of course, now we got to talk about our game. We're playing Matt Vrabel and the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah. Easy work. Especially if Derrick Henry ain't there, forget about it. What's going on over there?
He's in concussion protocol.
Yeah. What is there to worry about? Nothing. Zero. And I'll say it like I've been saying it for the past how many. It's nice, man, as a Dolphin fan for years. I can't remember. I was a kid last time that I could suck my teeth at somebody coming up on the schedule. But that's what it is. And Larry says he don't like to count his chickens before they hatch. And
yeah,
me personally, I'm counting them. And that's easy work. It's a home game. We'll put them to bed early.
Right now, Dolphins have a 21-18 winning record. We're leading the series 21-18.
Yeah.
Amongst the Tennessee Titans, and I guess I think they're probably. I'm sure they're counting. They're counting the Houston Oilers.
Yeah.
So
Dolphinaire, I don't know if he was questionable or not. I haven't seen, to be honest. It didn't come up in my feed, and I haven't seen anything about him being questionable.
Mike Vrabel is another one of those defensive-minded coaches, whatever.
Yeah.
You got and then you got against Mike McDaniel.
Excuse me.
I don't know about X's who will win in X's and O battles, but I know who will win in a cage fight between Mike McDaniel and Vrabel. But. And then of course you got the offensive coordinator who eventually became. Then you got Will Levis. Tannehill is sitting the bench.
Yeah. I'd rather Will whatever is Levi's Levis than Tannehill. Give me the young guy. Like Shooter McGavin said, eat pieces of shit like that for breakfast. It's like easy work. Tannehill might make a, we'll see. He might get in there and try to, hold on, I have a 7 and 9 leg parlay tonight's game. One has Warren anytime DT, the other has Harris. That's not a bad parlay right there, Mike. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it should be okay. You should be able to deal with that. What do you think? You think you'd rather have Levi's out there than Tannehill, yeah? Or you'd rather have Tannehill out there?
I'd rather have Tannehill so we could win.
Yeah. What do you think? D-Hop? They say he was yelling at D-Hop on the sidelines last week. I don't know how true it is.
But man, it's gonna be a good game, man. By the way, the one thing I do know about Will Levis is that he puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
Yeah, see, this guy's a weirdo. Yeah, get him out of here. That's who I want on the field. Mayonnaise in your coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, put him on the field. Let's see what that's all about. Because you know Christian Wilkins is going to be talking to him about his mayonnaise in his coffee.
Yeah, man. He's hungry, man. This defense is playing with a purpose, man. Did you see? You didn't see Hard Knocks, but it was awesome, man. Look, as much as I love Phillips, and I think about this when we lost Phillips, the one thing I would I think the one thing I like about Van Ginkel over Phillips when it comes to pass rushing and pure power, I'll take Phillips all day, every day. I think Phillips is going to be a future star in this league. But at the end of the day, the one element that I think Van Ginkel gives us an advantage is his pass coverage. I think he's a better pass cover than Phillips.
I could see that. Appreciate you, Raph. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because that's what he was. That's why he was his rookie year. He was struggling because they were trying to make him a pass cover guy. You know what I mean?
Right. A stand up. Sometimes at 3 points. Sometimes he's hands on his knee. I get it.
Yeah.
And everybody can't be that guy. So like I said, we've been doing really good with the development of our players.
See, and people don't realize this. Look, one thing about if you look at Troy Polamalu, okay, the one element that, and we could have this debate another day, but I think a lot of people say Ed Reed, but I say Polamalu was the best safety in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For one reason, not only was he able to cover, he was good coverage, but he was a great blitzer, and linebackers really had to be mindful of where he was at all times. They had no idea what his intentions was. Was he? Yes, I was looking at his hair too, Raphael. But no, when you don't know if he was gonna blitz. You don't know if he was gonna drop back to coverage because when he came to blitz, he brought the fucking pain. Hey. He was like a linebacker, man.
No, I'm with you. I'm an Ed Reed guy, but I'll tell you this: there was elements of the game that Polamalu excelled in that Ed Reed couldn't. How you doing, young man? And one of them is, like you're saying, blitz. And every time I see that tush push, I always think in my head, if there was one guy that would be to stop that, Troy Polamalu would be the one guy that if you really needed to stop the tush push, and you could have one, Troy Polamalu. I mean, think all the times where he jumped over the line, and it wasn't just one. There's one that stands out to highlight, everybody knows, but he did it more than that. His timing was impeccable, man, on the blitz, and I agree with you there. He's definitely close to one of the. I'm a Reed guy, but Polamalu, which I couldn't argue. If someone said Polamalu, I wouldn't be mad at them being the best. You can't. Yeah. It's impossible because there's stuff he did that Reed couldn't do. And I feel like there was stuff Reed did that he couldn't do. It's interchangeable. I would agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like
that's what it was. It was more of a. That's what I'm saying, Q. Reed was more of a, and if Reed got that interception, there's a good chance he's taking it to the house. He scored a lot of points, Ed Reed did, but Polamalu was that run stop and that sack and was a terror behind the line that Reed didn't do a lot of. So to me, it's an interchangeable. You can make an argument for either guy, and right is right. It could be either guy.
Yeah, man. Like I said, my best friend, God rest his soul, he was a Steelers fan, so that's why I was able to know more about Polamalu. You know what I mean?
Polamalu was dope. He'd stop that tush push. I'm telling you. If you had a guy, you need a guy that'll get in there to stop that, because you think normally it's just the front seven. And if you got a guy with the energy like Polamalu coming in, that one extra, man, he had reckless abandon with his body, man. Troy Polamalu was a, he's, I said was, like I'm saying that because he ain't playing no more, but I don't like talking about people that are living in the past tense. But he was definitely He's like D Wade as far as played with reckless abandon for his body for the ultimate betterment of the team in the game. Very few people do that. Salute to Palomalo, man. The guy's a champ. And he had the Head and Shoulders commercial. What are you gonna do? Guy was all over the place.
Yeah, he was spoiled with Dick LeBeau. He was a good dude.
Yo, Dick LeBeau was that guy.
And see, and that's what I wanted for Jalen Phillips. If Jalen Phillips could improve his coverage skill, like be like a cover linebacker, that's what I kind of envisioned Phillips, because you'd be like, damn, is he gonna blitz? Is he gonna cover? Do I got to worry about him? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that kind of takes away. I'm with you there. I kind of feel like I'm glad that the team we have now, as far as coaching, the team of coaches is concerned, and the development of the players, man, is like they get guys, this is what you do good, so we're just going to make sure you do this really good and give you opportunities to excel in that. We'd still have Minkah Fitzpatrick if we had a team of coaches with the thought process that we have now. When we have Fitzpatrick, we'd still have him. Think about what would it be like then, you know? I mean, he.
Oh man, yeah, I know.
Flores wasn't trying to let anybody be. I mean, with Tua, he had a clamp on him. With Fitzpatrick, I mean, he was just like, this guy was just unbelievably hard to deal with. That's why people say, "Oh, well, Flores." And Flores really wasn't that guy, man. He cost us some talent, cost us some years, cost us a lot of. Tua could have been developing. Imagine if McDaniels with Tua since Tua came in the league.
Mm-hmm.
If he's done this much with Tua in 2 years, imagine if McDaniel was his coach when they drafted him. Where would Tua be right now? Where would our team be? Would we have champion? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Coaching matters, bro. It matters. And I feel like we got a good, the way we develop our players, I like it. Austin Jackson getting his money. Guys are showing up. Everybody had the whole offensive line written off. They're bringing Butch. I mean, look at the difference in everything, man. It's huge when you have the right guys, counseling these players, anyways.
Yeah. And I like. Hey, I agree with you too. I like Coach Flo as well. But at the same time, I think his development was kind of hindered too, because he was only used to Belichick and his way, and so you know what I mean.
Right. But you ain't Belichick,
Mm-hmm.
Belichick.
And I think with him working with Mike Tomlin, you know what I mean, and Mike Tomlin, and I think he'll do a lot better.
Yeah, he's not an old guy. He's kind of a young guy too. Maybe a couple years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes coaches need coaching. Everybody in life, we all need somebody, man. That one person that can help us understand things better. But then some people just have a certain type of personality that they aren't coachable. They aren't teachable. They don't want to listen. Who knows? He strikes me as that kind of guy, to be honest. He was a dictator. I mean, it's like, come on, man, you ain't listening to reason at all. And when you didn't get your way, you kind of pouted and took it out on the team. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah. Understandable.
But anyway, to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans. So what do we got? Who's the matchups? I know you did the matchups last week. Where are we at with that?
Let me see.
Vrabel, does Vrabel call the defensive calls for Tennessee?
No, I don't think he does.
Sorry, Tennessee. Polo's over here drinking up the whole Nile River.
Well, he finished his dinner, so thirsty.
Maybe you give him his other bone marrow.
All right.
And let him get that in. Thank you.
Okay, Titans, they're whatchamacallit?
Mountie, how you doing, Mountie?
Okay, his offensive coordinator is Tim Kelly.
Tim Kelly, never heard of him.
Yeah, Tim Kelly.
No relation to Jim?
No relation.
Okay.
I think. Right. Well, Tim Oh wow, he graduated from. He was a grad assistant at Illinois Western, whatever. He was a defensive coordinator for and defensive line coach. For is this offensive line coach? Yeah.
Duke Riley, Raf. My bad.
Yeah.
Duke Riley's replacing Jerome Baker while he's gone. Raf, go ahead.
Yeah, he was a defensive coordinator for Minnesota State Moorhead. Then Ball State graduate assistant. Then he was a Penn State graduate assistant. Then he was the quality control for the Texans.
Mm.
Then he was the tight ends coach, offensive coordinator for the Texans in 2019.
Okay.
2020, he was the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks for the Texans. 2021, he was the offensive coordinator. And then Tennessee in 2022 made him the passing game coordinator. And now he's the offensive coordinator in 2023. So,
okay.
He's going to be taking on
Vic Fangio.
Yeah.
That's a dub.
I think the best coordinator they had. The best coordinator they had, I think, was the one that went to Atlanta as a head coach.
Yeah, Mike, right?
He was the one who made. He's the one who went to those championships with Tannehill.
I can't think of his name. Now, Q, I don't know. He says Derek playing tonight.
No, he's on. He's
on Derek Henry or what, Q? Or you talking about
he's in concussion. He's in concussion protocol.
Yeah, he's saying tonight. I don't know if he's asking about the game. That's
no. We're talking about Monday.
Derek Henry. Yeah.
No, the Steelers are playing tonight. Steelers and
Patriots.
Yeah, Steelers and Patriots.
Trash.
What a throw!
Want to go to bed early? Q, put on the Thursday night game. That'll put you right to sleep.
He's a Steelers fan too, by the way.
Q. Oh, sorry about that. Well, you don't have much of a fight tonight, so you'll be up watching it, but you should be able to handle it. Is Kenny Pickett playing tonight? Hold on, Q. Let me ask you that. Is Kenny Pickett playing? I know he got hurt. Because it's not too late to change my pick. I picked Pittsburgh, but if you guys, if I don't even know who. Anyways.
By the way, Andrew Bowen is their defensive coordinator.
Andrew Bowen. Salute to the chat.
So,
yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Q. Have you heard about the I had a buddy of mine who's a Steelers fan. He's saying that
Mitch Trubisky. Damn.
They're saying that there's a good chance.
Oh shit.
There's a good chance that they're going to be trading whatchamacallit. I mean, what's the coach? Mike Tomlin. They're looking to trade Mike Tomlin.
Get out
Cheers,
of here.
my brother.
They'll never trade Mike Tomlin. He's their guy. I mean, I always felt like I like Tomlin. I like his personality and stuff, watching him. But I'll tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
He inherited a winning football team, man.
Yeah.
He inherited a bunch of Hall of Fame players, So kudos to him for not blowing an opportunity like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they say he's never had a losing season.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the first time he's really, we'll see. I don't know.
But yeah, they say he hasn't won a playoff game in 7 years.
Yeah. I mean,
That's kind of like the concern right now.
Yeah. I mean, but they're on the downfall. He had, Ben, I don't know. The Steelers, and maybe it starts with him. It always starts with coaching. Because that 1 year they had a colossal meltdown. But they were like 12-1 or something crazy like that. Does everybody in the chat remember that? Bro, they was 12-1, unbelievable. And then they lost like every single game, and they might have missed the playoffs that season. As a matter of fact, Q's a Steelers fan. Is that when it was 2020? Q? that was the craziest thing I ever saw. And I always believed it. Look, 11-0. Did they make the playoffs, Q, or did they miss the playoffs that year? It was the most wild thing I ever saw, especially coming from that organization. And Ben was still there. But you got guys that you got the TikTok guy. Oh, he's on our team now.
No, he's on the Patriots.
I want to say Antonio Brown had left at that time. I think he had already went to the Raiders, but it was unbelievable. Anyways, I couldn't believe it seeing the Steelers. Yeah, second round. Okay, that's what it was. But they limped into the playoffs. That 11-0, they didn't end up they limped in. They started getting tore up. I was sad, Ben. It's up to see him go out like that, but whatever. I want to see what we're gonna do. Hopefully, the Dolphins can get it together, make a run of our own, like the Steelers had with Ben and New England and everybody else. When they have their guy, they're always competing. That's all I want is to compete regularly, man. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. And I don't want to compete, Mike. No offense, I don't want to compete like the Bills, where you just good enough to make it to the playoffs and get knocked out every year. I don't want that. I want to get into the Super. I want to win, at least win one. At least win one before I head up to the upper room. Let me have one win. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
I hope so, Q, man. That'll be nice. We're waiting to see.
So let me ask you on offense, who do you think is going to be the offensive standout this year? I think
Waddle year or this game?
This year. Huh?
The year? This year or this game?
This game. I think Waddle might be the offensive standout, and in defense, let me see. Who do I think? I think whatchamacallit, Zach Seiler is gonna show out this game.
We'll see.
Who do you got offense and defense?
I think our running game is gonna. I think either Mostert, Achane, or the combination of the two. I think we're gonna have a big output by our running backs. I mean, Waddle and Hill, they do their thing. Waddle's been a non-factor, man. I agree with you there, Q. Hill, and it's come to that too, where I just feel like Hill's going to do his thing. He had his one off game against New England. He's had maybe 2 games where he didn't really show up and show out. Nobody's perfect. Hill's going to do his thing. Waddle, I feel like, to be honest, man, Waddle's had some drops. He had his rookie season where he caught everything. This kid wouldn't drop anything. And then he makes catches, but man, I feel like Waddle drops a lot of stuff, man. And maybe, I don't know. I just feel like the chemistry and everything goes to Hill so much that guys just they're not in rhythm with Tua like they should be. I'd like to see the ball get spread around. What I'm hoping is Mike McDaniel, McGenius, is that he's really playing chess, and he's just right now, he's so full of himself in a good way, though, that he's like, we're making the playoffs this season. And you know what? We're going to make it there throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill the whole time. But guess what? When we get in there, we're going to start showing some stuff that ain't nobody seen, and we're going to start spreading. So everybody's going to be worried about Hill and Waddle, and then we're going to open it up on them for real and on our our Super Bowl run. I kind of hope that's what's happening. And it's not far-fetched. If it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I know I kind of veered off, but I've been drinking a little bit since
that's all good.
But ultimately, I think to answer your question, I'll circle back. I think the running game is going to be we're going to run the ball really good against them. That's just my.
You think my man Ramsey's going to get an interception?
No, I think they'll avoid Ramsey at all costs, and if they do, then he'll get one. But I think X is more apt to get an interception than Ramsey. Quote me on that, because they'd rather. It's come to that. They'd rather disrespect X than Ramsey. It's almost like a pick your poison. And I don't know who the running back was. Let me tell you something. The last time we played the Titans, Henry didn't play either. I mean, I know it's a totally different Dolphins team. It's a totally different Tennessee team. Hill didn't play when they destroyed us that time, and it was inclement weather, and it was in Tennessee, whatever. They destroyed us, and their run game was efficient, and Hill didn't play that game either. I just feel like this is a whole different. Our offense is clicking on all cylinders. Our defense is starting to click on all cylinders. We're a more complete team, and Henry not. If Henry was there, I don't give a damn if Henry was there. To be honest, it's easy work. We're not losing to the Tennessee Titans.
You remember your all right, and then finally, what was your favorite Dolphin Tennessee matchup? How we do? I'm gonna start off right real quick with the Zach Thomas interception, front flip interception, pick six.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, man. 100% honest with you. I can't even remember. I would have to go back to the Houston Oilers days, and I want to say there was a game that was close to around this time of the year, and it was Olindo Mare. It could have been Pete Stoyanovich, but I'm pretty sure it was Olindo Mare. Maybe it was Pete Stoyanovich kicked the field goal to win the game. That would probably be Lou. How you doing, my guy?
What's going on?
Man, I can't wait to see you down at that Buffalo game, man. I'm super excited to see you. It's coming before you know it. But yeah, there's really no story games for me that stand out, honestly, with the Oilers or with the Titans, with the Dolphins.
Hey,
the memories I have is Tennessee beating our ass recently. That's the bad taste in my mouth. So I just,
Yeah, man. The you can't talk to me game like that.
Bro, man, it's like the only thing I want to see is us avenge that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to see us avenge that. And it doesn't count to me if it's in a regular season like this where it doesn't really, man, they beat our ass when it mattered. We needed that game to man, they beat us like we stole something. So that's the most recent game memory I have. I don't have a fond memory of except Pete Stoyanovich kicking like a winning field goal. And this is back in 90, maybe 94, 95, somewhere in there. They were Houston Oilers still at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got as far as memory.
Sticks singing the national anthem.
Uh-oh. Cleo Lemon to Camarillo. Cleo Lemon to Camarillo. What was that? Was the Baltimore game though, Adam? No.
Yeah.
It's got to be. That was overtime. That's the only one. That was the one that the only game we won. Unfortunately, we got Jake Long shortly after that.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Okay, Q, go enjoy your game, brother. Peace to the Steelers. I hope they win because I picked them in my pool. So I'll be rooting for you tonight, brother. Even though I'll be asleep by halftime. I'll be with you in spirit.
But yeah, man. I guess we'll get some final thoughts, man. Hey, man. Once again, I appreciate you for co-hosting with me. This wouldn't have been the same without you, man.
Yeah, I love it.
Any final thoughts, man?
Thank you for that. That's it. Easy work. That's it. My final thought is it's nice to finally have a Dolphins team where you can. And I'm Italian. I'm a superstitious by nature. Listen, I count them. These games like this, it's easy work, man. It's a practice game. Go in there, and it's in Miami, prime time. Go in there, smoke their game, and get ready for Baltimore. Easy work. It's nice to have a team like that. If there isn't anything else that comes to fruition with, I'm happy that I can finally again, like when I was a kid and, we were playing teams and, when there was a poop eater on the schedule, it's like, man, easy work. I'm not sweating this game at all.
Yeah, you know what? This is the type of game where every opponent is a winnable opponent.
Right.
That's how I feel. I feel every opponent is winnable. Versus like for like prior seasons, we might have a chance to win or I hope we win. This year was like, no, we're winnable.
We're winnable. I'm laughing at my guy Mike over here, man. He's yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. It might be. We'll see. You know the old adage, my guy, your record, you are who your record says you are.
Hey, remember I remember one year when the Broncos they were a wild card when they steamrolled a lot of teams.
Yeah.
So
you know, it happens, man. Right. It happens. It happens.
All I know is Buffalo, they're done with, so I don't care about Buffalo.
Yeah.
I love Michael K, but fuck his team.
Word is born. And I hope to see, you know, like I say, I hope that it means something for you guys, the last game of the season, so we can crush it. I want it to mean something to you, so we could just all over your team's hopes and your hopes. You know, that's all I want.
Just like how they did us in 2019. Just like they did us.
I mean, it is what it is. I want to crush it. That's it. It's just some get back. I just want a little bit of get back. That's all.
Oh, yeah. So, all right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Fins up. Let's get this dub Monday night, baby.
Okay.
Peace.
Say good to see you, brother.
Peace.
Peace to everybody.
Go ahead.
Okay, good. No. I was just
you're gonna say peace to everybody in the chat. My bad.
But yeah, that's it. To Lewis Suicide Hotline Q. Raph shows up every time. Dolphinier, if you're still here.
Dolphinier.
Mike K. And them guys always show up and support, man. It means a lot. Thank you. You know, that's all.
Yeah, be safe, brother.
I know you heard me on the radio.